Hello. I am the Baumeister, and welcome to Call of the Elder Gods, the first chapter. I needed to find something short, since I don't have anything actually short in my what do I call it? We're gonna turn the head bobbing off, thank you. Yeah, I don't have anything like super short at this point in my repertoire. Hopefully I'll have more time to record soon, and I can actually record a little bit longer. But for right now, of course, you're hearing Boo, as he likes to sit there and scream at me.
What was that? Where's that voice?
Prologue, a dream, a phone call, and a therapy session. Why do I feel like I am standing on the inside of a... Okay. Almost felt like I was inside a Chinese takeout box there for a second.
This is the story of a young girl. A girl who had strange and disturbing dreams.
Okay. So we're inside of it.
I know this place. I've been here before. This is the ancient stone city amidst the jungle.
Okay, so we're inside a... Excuse me. Also, can only travel so far. That's fine.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, ignore him. Just ignore him. He's not gonna hurt you. Just keep going.
Hi, friend. Anyway, moving on. Seems to be...
This constellation. Where am I? This is not the Earth.
Alright, I get it. I get it.
Khan Vector Yagna Yith. In other words, find a statuette and save my race.
Title card. How fitting.
The statuette! Here it is. Finally. I have to get it. I have to...
I have to wake up.
This is the story of Evie Drayton.
Quick, quick. Before I forget. Where did I put my notebook? I have to write everything down.
Looking for answers was part of Evie's observant nature and analytical mind. Her recurrent dreams began shortly after a period in 1956, when she'd completely lost consciousness.
Notebook, 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 notebook. Alarm. o'clock.
Thank goodness. Still have a couple hours until thermodynamics class starts.
I can't tell. That almost looks like that says 3:55 in the morning. About almost the time I woke up this morning. The day recorded.
Uncle Mo showed me a trick or two when I would help him in the motor shop. Tinkering with gadgets always puts me at ease.
Miskatonic
I
University.
was lucky to be accepted at Miskatonic. It was one of the first universities in Massachusetts to admit non-white students.
ID number 5031, class of 57. If you withdraw, this card must be surrendered. In exchange for an admissions card may be arranged. Signature, Evangeline. Drayton, Evangeline Clare. Arkham address, 6B East Dormitory. Home address, 33 Preston Street, Benoit Boulevard, County, Mississippi. College of Physics, junior class. Date of issue, September 1st, 1957.
Spitsbergen Island and Svalbard. Apparently, I researched this area of the Arctic thoroughly during the time I lost consciousness. Spitsbergen Island and Svalbard. Apparently, I researched this area of the Arctic thoroughly during the time I lost consciousness.
Something about 200,000 tons.
This photo was taken during my amnesia. I don't remember anything about it. When I saw this picture, I couldn't believe it. It's the same statuette I always see in my dreams.
Unusual finding at the Peasley excavation. An expedition funded by Miskatonic University Professor Nathaniel Wingate Peasley to caves near the Rappahannock River has resulted in the discovery of a statuette containing an ebony spear of unknown origin. This and other relics have been donated to the university's archaeological archive for further study. Professor Harrison Walton Everhart, Dean of Archaeology at Miskatonic, oversaw the transport operation and now leads research into the artifact's nature and origins. And that's all I've got there. Mac Basin, Marla Marsh, and Edith Green. Mickey Dover, the Mickey Dover Quintet, excuse me.
I've searched every astronomy book at the Miskatonic Library, but none of them contain any reference to this constellation. Beatrice, along with me, is one of the few ladies studying physics at Miskatonic.
Now there's that Spinosaurus.
This scary fellow that haunts me in my dreams is a Dimetrodon. He roamed the Earth 270 million years ago.
Excuse me.
And although it may seem like it, he is not a dinosaur.
Excuse me.
Julian, Beatrice, Herbie, and I, we're always together.
Nope, okay. Miskatonic University, based out of Arkham.
Oh, here it is. Evie's Nightmare Journal.
Evie was worried that someone might read it. That's why she kept it locked away under that complicated padlock.
Okay.
The Hydrangea Foundation took care of the insurance payout for Dad's accident. I had scholarships to attend several black colleges in the South, but it was the foundation's money that allowed me to cover the tuition here at Miskatonic.
Dear Miss Drayton, please find enclosed a semi-annual disbursement of $250 issued under the terms of your late father's life insurance policy held with the Hydrangea Foundation. With kind regards and continued service, sincerely, the Hydrangea Foundation. Close the drawers. Nothing exciting.
I've always been a good student, but during my amnesia period, I almost reached excellence. All straight A's?
University of Miskatonic, Arkham. The following is a correct copy of the credits earned by Evangeline Clare Drayton during 1956-1957. Classical Electrodynamics 2. A. Quantum Mechanics. A. Statistical Mechanics 1. A. Advanced Experimental Physics. A. Applied Mathematics 2. A. Optics 2. A.
I must have written about 1,000 letters to the archaeology dean in Miskatonic, and I've never received any answer.
Professor Harrison W. Everhart, Dean, Department of Archaeology, Miskatonic University, Arkham, Massachusetts. From Evangeline Drayton, Miskatonic University, Arkham, Massachusetts.
I wish Papa had never taken that job in San Francisco. He'd still be with us.
Papa loved this picture. He always kept a copy with him. Mama. Alright, let's go and open the book. Telephone. Telephone. Telephone.
Yes,
Is this... are you Evangeline Drayton?
that's right. Who am I talking to?
I am the Dean of Archaeology at Miskatonic University. I believe you wanted to ask me some questions, right?
Yes. Yes, of course. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Professor
Meet
Ev-
me today at 6 p.m. at 5 Prospect Road, outside of Boston.
Boston? That's almost a 2-hour train ride from Arkham. I thought
Do you want to talk or not?
Yes, yes, of course. I'll be there. 6 p.m., Prospect Road. See you in a couple of hours, Professor. All right, I should get ready. There's a lot of information here about my strange dreams and my amnesia. I'd better go through it again before I leave. I don't want to miss any questions when I talk to the professor.
Okay. Well, it's 4 p.m., not 4 a.m. My bad. Zoom? Zoom. Okay. Anything else? Bucky Chase? Anything else left to interact? Ooh, a book.
I couldn't leave my science fiction book collection in Benoit.
Benoit. Okay. Miskatonic.
Rhythm and blues is definitely my kind of music.
Edith Green. Excellent.
The medical report from my amnesia episode. According to this, I'm as fit as a fiddle.
February 3rd, 1957. Patient Evangeline Drayton, 26 years old. Reason for consultation, episode of amnesia with spontaneous resolution. Progress and findings, Ms. Drayton presented for consultation after experiencing total memory loss that lasted for a period of 3 months. Despite the usual nature of the case, her general condition is excellent. She shows no physical sequelae, neurological alterations, or sign of cognitive decline.
Before leaving, Evie asked herself if she had finished gathering all the information in her room.
I don't think I finished reviewing everything here yet.
You hear just Boo just screaming his head off, because of course.
Reverend Charlton was adamant that I bring this cross to college. They must think Arkham is a den of iniquity and wickedness. Uncle Mo showed me a trick or two when I would help him in the motor shop. Tinkering with gadgets always puts me at ease.
Okay. Just making sure I've touched on everything in here. All the portraits, the pictures, the posters. Well, let me look at the records. Nothing above the desk is catching my eye. Nothing in that drawer is catching my eye. Boo, enough. Alright, I think that's it.
Before leaving, Evie asked herself if she had finished gathering all the information in her room.
All right, I think I've gathered what I need.
As odd as it seemed to Evie that the dean didn't meet her at the university, her need to know was stronger than her doubts. She was determined to attend the meeting. There, she would come across another protagonist in this story.
Boo. Buddy.
So, you have finally decided to talk to that young lady, Professor.
Yes.
Acknowledging responsibility for our previous mistakes is vital to moving forward. You've taken a crucial step in...
Listen, there's no need for us to talk, Doctor. The only reason I let you into my house is because you insisted it was necessary to prescribe my medication.
This is also the story of a sad, guilt-ridden, and lonely man. This is the story of my husband, Professor Harry Everhart.
Yes, I know well enough that discussing the effectiveness of our therapy sessions with you is futile. But you need to understand that therapy is just a part of the whole treatment. Without it, I can't go and...
Ask whatever you deem necessary, and let's get this over with as soon as possible.
Fine. What about your position as dean at Miskatonic University? We talked some time ago about your relationship with work was somewhat obsessive.
I didn't say that. You did.
Well, you told me you practically lived secluded in this very home, and the only thing that drove you to leave it was your job obligations. So, how would you define that?
I'm a deck.
I do what they pay me for. Teaching, student assessment, and certain logistical duties fall within my responsibilities. Cheering at the Miskatonic Mariners football games does not.
And are you happy with that? With your life now?
What kind of question is that?
Well, I'm asking it because it sounds like you're subjecting yourself to a kind of self-punishment.
I am not. Next question.
There's another topic you've never wanted to delve into, Professor. Would you now be open to...
You're going to do it anyway, so go ahead.
Okay. What happened to your wife, Professor?
She died at home after a long disease.
Harry hated giving details about my death. Especially if those details meant talking about a certain expedition and deaths other than mine.
I see. And how do you feel about that and all?
What's my wife got to do with all this?
You see, the reason I'm asking, Professor, is because when we began therapy, you mentioned visions. Some sort of oily shadows casting themselves on the wall. You mentioned those visions began shortly after whatever happened to your wife. So, tell me, do you still see those shadows, Professor?
Yeah.
No, not since I started taking the medication, at least.
Harry had tried everything, and none of it worked. Not even the medication that helped him sleep could take away those oily shadows. But he kept it to himself.
Listen, there is something different I want to try in today's session. I believe hypnotherapy might...
Don't even think about it. Hypnotism is a scam.
Professor, with all due respect, I believe you're mistaking mesmerism with hypnotism. Even so, if you want me to prescribe the...
You won't give me my medication unless I submit to your quack experiment, is that it?
I'm deeply sorry you see it that way, Professor. But I need you to trust me in this.
Then go ahead. Wave a pocket watch in my face if that's what you need to do.
There's no need for pocket watches, Professor. The sound of a metronome will be more than enough. I need you to relax and free your mind. And think of something pleasant. A fond memory, if you will. Something that took place here, in the Everhart Manor.
A fond memory? In this place?
It wasn't easy for Harry to find a fond memory in the same manor where he had spent an extremely unhappy childhood.
Maybe.
Maybe.
December 1930. The last Christmas my wife and I ever spent at Everhart Manor. She insisted on coming, despite my parents never approving of our marriage. But that was the kind of person she was.
Huh. Interesting. Tell me more about it, Professor Everhart.
Every time I gave her a present, I prepared a little scavenger hunt. She loved it. She loved solving my stupid riddles.
As you may have noticed, this story has more than one protagonist. And though I am not one of them, I believe I, Nora Everhart, play a crucial part in it. Can I open my eyes now, Harry?
Not yet. We're almost there. Let me open the door and... Now, open your eyes.
Oh, look what you've prepared. It's another one of your scavenger hunts, huh?
Of course, old pal. Now, if you want your present, you'll have to earn it.
Can I use my journal to write down clues?
Well, technically that's against the rules, but I'll turn a blind eye this time.
You're so kind.
Alright, so press triangle, open the journal. Christmas, 1930, Harry Scavenger Hunt. Let's go.
I swear, even in a painting, your father's stare sends shivers down my spine. You know you're looking more like him every year.
Nora, for the love of God, don't even joke about that.
Okay. Let's see here. Say ha. Merry.
A new decade. I wonder what the future has in store for us.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. 1931. What's written on the back? Nada. Telephone. Christmas tree. Six. Four. A three. A two. Five. A one. What if there's some sort of like I need to put the balls in numerical orders, like spiral, checkerboard, diamond, stars, pentagon, triangle. Look at the safe here later.
Oh, look at your sad little face in this photo.
You know me. I've never been the life of the party. Wait. There's something wrong in this memory. This wasn't...
Ignore it. Focus on that moment. Your wife. That happy memory.
Alright, something is coming out of the safe.
Do you remember when we slow danced to Dear Old Pal of Mine at Maddie's house?
The end of the Great War Party and our first kiss. How could I forget?
I'm going to turn that off.
What are you up to now? Oh boy, what a drawing. Is this supposed to be a tree?
Of course it is. I'm doing the best I can with my limited art skills.
Well, at least you're good at playing the piano.
I'm seeing those oily shadows in here. Why am I seeing those shadows?
Focus, Professor. Keep remembering.
Okay. So there's a 7th ball. There we go.
Tell me you didn't vandalize a piano just for a scavenger hunt, old pal.
Nora, who do you think I am? It's just crayon.
Okay. So I need spiral. Let's just play them in order, I guess. Yep. Oops. So it's 1. One, 4, 6.
Darkness. Everhart Manor. But my house is not...
Professor, don't drift off. Keep going.
I wonder what my darling husband is keeping locked up in here.
You'll have to put that brain of yours to work to find it.
There we go.
Oh, Harry, I can't believe it! It's that statuette! And it even has a black ooze orb. Just what I wanted for Christmas.
No. Wait. What do you mean a statuette? Don't touch it, Nora!
Keep going, Professor. It's important. Where is the statuette now?
You're no psychiatrist. Who are you?
I'm not going to ask you again, Professor Everhart.
Shortly after Harry's peculiar hypnosis session, Evie finally arrived at Everhart Manor.
Prospect Road 5. Here it is. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. Wait. What is going on here? Professor? Is everything all right?
Most people would have turned away and left, but not Evangeline Drayton. She had been waiting for months to talk with the professor. No way was she letting it slip away. So, she decided to climb over the walls of the Everhart Manor.
Chapter 1, the Everhart Manor.
Ugh. This looks like something straight out of Tales from the Crypt. Hey, the window is open.
Alright, just gotta get over there. want to say I'm sprinting, but I'm not quite sure. Alright, hop up.
Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline.
Time to hop in. Hop out, hop in. Let it begin. I'm just gonna leave the window open. It's the sand. I got nothing. Oh, hopefully I didn't need to go in there for anything. Hopefully there was nothing important in that hallway.
Wow, look at the size of this library. It's almost as big as Miskatonic's.
Actually, it wasn't even a third the size of Miskatonic's library, but young people...
Oops. Alright, so circle cancels out dialogue. Good to know.
I wish this fireplace was lit. It's bone-chilling cold in here. What on earth happened here?
What on earth happened here, indeed?
Troubling absences in my memory. It's exactly how I felt during those 3 months of 1956.
My esteemed colleague, the excavation is a blank to me, other than a long list of troubling absences in my memory from that period. I claim I was there, and no doubt I was, given the repeated attempts to reach me. I cannot bring myself to trust them, but I placed my trust in you. Do what must be done with that statuette. Cordially, Nathaniel Wingate Peaslee. Excuse me. There's a box. I found a box, I found a box, I found a box, I found a box. Harry.
Evangeline had never pictured the professor as anything but a hermit. Certainly not someone his relatives still worried about.
Harry, we know how hard it is for you to open up after what happened with Nora, but we all, your family, your brothers and sisters love you. Don't lock yourself away in that house. Maddie. You never know what you find if you don't spin, spin, spin. Non-possumus.
Is this young man Professor Everhart? It does look like him.
Evie's last remarkable trait was her extraordinary memory, a gift I was never blessed with. So, allow me, the narrator of this tale, to be the one taking notes. For the sake of clarity, of course.
Okay.
Is this young man Professor Everhart? It does look like him. There's something written in Latin on his frame. Non-possumus. Good thing the skull is fake.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew thee well.
Rich people definitely had weird ways of entertaining themselves.
But it wasn't mere entertainment. Harry's mother's life had long been shaped by tragedy, and she had become obsessed with the afterlife.
November 7th, 1925. Yet only those who unravel the mystery of life shall prove themselves worthy of communicating with the spirits. We can't change the past, but we must anticipate the future. Mrs. Elizabeth Everhart cordially invites you to a seance at Everhart Manor. Upon the stroke of midnight this coming Friday, you are summoned to the hallowed grounds of the Pantheon. Star cigarettes! No, sorry. Star cigarettes! Boo! Enough! Alright, what else is there hiding in this library? Besides a whole bunch of paintings. This must be a pain in the butt to dust. Just saying. And I don't dust. Oh, let my girlfriend hear that one. Okay.
Dyer was my applied geophysics professor. He was very strict. Strange character.
I recognize a couple of these names. Dr. Henry Armitage, Chancellor. Dr. Warren Rice, Dean of Languages. Dr. Francis Morgan, Dean of History. Dr. Herbert West, Dean of Medicine. So wait, when does Reanimator take place then? Because Herbert West was Reanimator, unless they are playing with time here. Of course, Professor Nathaniel Peaslee, Dean of Economics. Professor Dyer, Dean of Geography and Geology. Professor Albert N. Winmarth, Department of Literature, and Professor Everhart, Dean of Archaeology. I guess let's go inside the office.
This must be the professor's office. Astrology is the most utterly stupid thing I've ever come across.
Starry Wisdom, attendance by invitation only. When the stars are aligned, the relationship of lost civilizations with astrology. Caleb Bowen, President. Next Monday, April 9th, 1956. Music continues to be anonymous.
Books in different languages. Spanish, Italian, German, Latin. Looks like one is missing.
Alright, so we are missing a book. Alright, guess let's keep looking at.
Professor Everhart doesn't look so intimidating in that portrait.
Time to start looking for hints and clues.
Professor had another appointment today. With a therapist.
4 p.m. Visit of Dr. Frog in the Throat. Ask him for medication. 6 p.m. Evangeline, prepare. Dr. Frog in the Throat.
Nora and Harry? The professor was married.
Ooh, a key.
A key. I wonder what this opens. A key. I wonder what this opens.
Enough, boo. Oh, I want the drawer.
Despite his tone, this Bowen fella doesn't seem particularly friendly.
Professor Everhart, I respectfully urge you to stop ignoring my letters. Let us put the past behind. Please consider my offer for the artifact. I am willing to pay a substantial sum for it. Sincerely, Caleb Bowen, the Starry Wisdom Society.
Wow. The professor served in U.S. intelligence during the war.
Harrison Walton Everhart, in recognition of his extraordinary service and dedication to the Office of Strategic Services for acts carried out in defense of liberty and security of the U.S. during a time of global conflict, presented by the President of the United States, Harry S. Truman, Washington, D.C., 1948.
The greenhouse and the mausoleum.
After those 3 men showed up last night, I left one of the books in the greenhouse. I locked it and left the key in the mausoleum. I need to buy a weapon just in case they decide to come back.
Someone lit the fireplace, but this room is still cold.
Interesting. Puzzles everywhere. But not a hint to be found. There is another door over here.
Et voila!
Et voila indeed. Hope you don't mind me snooping around your house, Professor.
Ripped canvas. The man's definitely a dead ringer for the professor.
Sure is. Alright, now I'm outside. Can I go? Okay, I can go back.
Can't see a thing in here. Better turn my flashlight on. Much better.
Oh, look at that. Oh, flashlight. Thank you for being prepared, Evangeline. Let's go back inside and listen to Boo scream some more. Boo!
Looks like the professor's father was involved in politics.
From the Boston Herald, April 11th, 1916, Senator John W. Everhart, Republican, announced his bid for Massachusetts governorship. State Senator John W. Everhart, a staunch Republican voice in the Massachusetts legislature since 1912, today announced his candidacy for governor. Speak to a packed hall, party faithful in Faneuil Hall, Everhart called for steady hands and firm principles in a time of uncertainty abroad. Alright, this should take us up top in the library here. All sorts of weird and interesting artifacts.
So Professor Everhart set on an expedition to the Pacific. I never pictured him as an adventurer.
Senator's son seeks cure in the South Seas. Harrison Everhart, son of State Senator John W. Everhart, has announced plans for an expedition to the South Seas. Mr. Everhart's wife is reported to be suffering from a rare and as yet unidentified illness for which no treatment is known. Convinced that a remedy may exist in distant and little-charted regions, Mr. Everhart will depart within the month, accompanied by a small party that includes a medical professional, technical support, and other specialists suited to the challenges ahead. CW. Cass insisted on promoting the expedition. I thought it was a good idea. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Had Father given me the funds, I never had needed her. Artifacts galore up here.
Torn canvas. The frame reads, Sed Futura.
Alright, Sed Futura, and that looks like the gentleman in the bottom left.
There are a lot of pictures of that fireplace. Oily shadows. Beginning to suspect the old professor's lost a few marbles.
I've tried to capture the oily shadows on film. No success. Oily shadows, you say?
Goodness gracious. Someone hired some goons to kill the professor.
The address is 5 Prospect Road, Boston. You can't miss it. It's an abandoned mansion at the end of the road. Finish off the old man and bring me the object. As soon as I have it in my hands, the remaining $2,100 will be yours. Good luck, Mr. Reese. Pharaoh. Pharaoh, huh? Intriguing. Alright, so far we found 2 of the paintings.
Wow, this room is really depressing.
Yeah, it is. Also,
Someone has ripped the canvas. There's a Latin inscription in its frame. Providere debemus.
whoops. Alright, so we've got non possumus, sed futura, and providere debumus.
Looks like a memorial of some kind, dedicated to a woman.
Must be outside somewhere.
The driver's license of a certain Manuel Silva.
Manuel Silva, box 453 in Boulder, Montana. I don't remember if I know of a Boulder. Anyway, he male, blue eyes, brown hair, 5'11", 150 pounds. Date of birth, February 15th, 1904, which would put him, at the time of this, would put him at 61 years old. Must wear corrective lenses. He's a chauffeur. I wonder if this is where we had the memory. Way back when. Okay. That was in the office, or the study, right? The inner study. Right, that's where that book puzzle is. Okay, non-possumus provide debumus. Okay. Still missing a book. A book and a painting. Let's turn that flashlight on. See if we can go through the other door now that we have. Yet. I was hoping there'd be a painting like up top that I missed based on being, you know, above my head. Alright, we explored both rooms upstairs. Guess let's head out. And when I mean head out, I mean head out.
Good heavens above, would you look at the size of this place?
Press. Press. It just says press, not hold. But now that I can sprint. I have freedom to run! Look at me go! Let me go into the wild blue yonder over the hill. Look at that go! Ugh.
This vase-like thing with a face engraved on it can be rotated. What kind of madhouse does the professor live in?
Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Alright, so crying demon. Or devil. Or satyr. Could be a satyr. For all I know. Smiling satyr, okay.
Careful. Stone staircase is slippery.
Whee! Alright, we open that up.
Darn it. This door is locked.
Because the key's in the mausoleum. Oh, good.
What kind of a door is this? Doesn't even have a lock. Just some symbols.
Alright, so which one are you and where do you gotta face? To face to a moon. Interesting. Well, I mean, let's keep trying. One more turn for the weary. Alright, so the first two are unlocked. Okay. Well, then making sure that there are no other go that way in a minute. You can find the crying. Alright, so he's pointed in the right direction. Do not touch them if they are unlocked. At least that's the story I'm sticking with. So then you, just based on what I'm thinking there, that you can face that way. Come over here, reopen that, or try that door again. See if my hint, or my theory is correct. Alright, that's three locks. Let's go find the other two, shall we? Well, there's one there. Inside the gazebo. Gazebo. Certainly an angry looking fella, aren't you? You need to be facing fire.
Hidden room?
Yep, sorry, darling. Take down all of Father's portraits, get rid of all Mother's esoteric junk except the hidden room, cut down the burnt tree near Nora, call Rich, or Maddie, maybe another day. But have him facing fire. Fire! There's Maddie.
Gosh, this is so beautiful. Yeah, It's a woman's grave. Nora Everhart. This must be the professor's wife.
Evie found it hard to believe that the recluse living in the abandoned mansion had ever loved anyone. But he had. Truly and profoundly.
Such a graceful and elegant woman.
Evie certainly had a keen eye for beauty.
Nora Everhart, 1897 and 1947. Okay. Alright, last but not least is this face. He needs to be facing towards... I'm gonna assume... I'm only going to assume that he needs you. We'll have him face Evie, I guess. And we'll just see if my hint is correct. There. Hi, cat. Mister. Enough. That's a tree. I ran into a tree. Alright, let's see if because we gotta get the key. I was wrong. So maybe the tree stump? Maybe, possibly. Pardon me. It's the only other place I can think of basing. It's right there. So now we run around at the speed of sound. Because it should open the door, hopefully? It does. So now we can get into the mausoleum portion. Because the key is in the mausoleum. Thomas Josiah Everhart, 1845 to 1899, feared God and honored duty.
Maybe this guy was in the army?
Margaret Everhart, 1847 to 1922, blessed the man who walketh not the counsel of
That's from the Bible. Psalm 1, verse
the
1.
ungodly.
This person must have been quite devout.
Elizabeth Mary Everhart, 1873-1951, found her path in the shadow of morning.
Found her path in the shadow of morning? Father, husband, and servant of the people. This must have been the professor's father. Oh dear. A dead child. This is simply heartbreaking. The inscription on the frame reads, Praeterita Mutare. In loving memory of our firstborn son, John Everhart Jr.
Gone too soon, my beloved angel. We'll meet again on the other side.
This definitely looks like the greenhouse key.
Take that. But it's not the book, so unless the book is in the greenhouse. Yeah.
Harry rarely spoke of his brother John, mostly because he had never known him. The boy had died years before Harry was born. Still, he believed that tragic incident had played a critical part in his mother's obsession with the occult.
Key.
Excellent.
Okay. I have the order slightly wrong in the library.
The professor really seems to be interested in botany.
Clues, notebook. The only thing I could see in the middle here.
It appears to be a Spanish edition of the science fiction novel The Future Eve. I'll keep it, just in case.
Futura. Alright. So now we need to solve the puzzle in the study. I just gotta get back in the house. I'm all sorts of in and out of direction. Excuse me, open sesame. Okay. Into the study I shall run. Because again, if you look at that, Providere Debumus, that is the old man. Sed Futura, just next in line. That is the torn portrait of the bearded man. Non possemus.
Secret compartment?
Evie had never been good with languages, least of all a dead one like Latin. Even so, she managed to grasp the general meaning of the phrase. We can't change the past, but we must anticipate the future.
Alright, so we got here. Record archaeological.
Unbelievable. There's some kind of secret compartment in the fireplace. Feels like a mystery novel.
Architectural modification. Modification. Mrs. Elizabeth Everhart, January 12th, 1912, Everhart Manor, Boston, Massachusetts. At the request of Mrs. Everhart, an alteration has been commissioned involving the installation of a concealed mechanical opening within the fireplace structure of the West Wing drawing room. Note, the details of mechanism excluded from public record per client's instructions.
Looks like a music box of some sort.
With the evil eye.
It doesn't make any sound. Maybe it's broken.
Right, we do know that within the fireplace.
Definitely like a mystery novel. Ooh, I guess I need to go see what's down there.
Yes, indeed.
Professor!
How do we get out of here? Boo, enough! Hello? Miskatonic. Like the Miskatonic archives could like have a field day in here. Gonna ignore the body. Just going to ignore the body for a minute.
The statuette's broken. And the sphere. Shattered to pieces. I wonder if I...
No! Don't touch it! Don't touch it.
The story continues in Call of the Ever Gods. And that's going to be the end of the chapter as Boo just sits there and yowls. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back and join me next month as I hopefully have more time to record a slightly longer game in my library. Until then, I'm the Baumeister, and as always, I have been obediently yours.